right, all right. All right. All right. All right. We are in the place to be. Live with your boy MKT, aka Teching Mike. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Thursday night with your boy Teching Mike. Tonight's stream, man. We're gonna get a little personal tonight. Not to say we don't always get personal, but we're gonna kind of get real nitty gritty tonight. You feel me? Got some stuff I want to discuss and talk about, and I'm hoping that what we talk about tonight will possibly help somebody who might be watching and going through the same particular type of situation, or might not. Hoping that might shed some light on some things, and I have some talking points. I got them kind of on my phone or whatever over here, so we're gonna kind of just run down the list and everything. And we might not go a full hour tonight. I am going out of town tomorrow. So I am leaving pretty early in the morning to head out, and I still got to go pack because I'm a procrastinator. I still have not fully packed my bag yet. So got to go pack my bag. And I got a lot to do before I go to bed tonight, and then get up in the morning and get going. Got to watch WandaVision first, and then I got to get going when I get up in the morning. So we got this, it is what it is. But put a few comments up before before the intro was over with, but we're going to revisit a few people. So I see we got my man Jason C., Mike West, Barry Johnson, that man Holla at your boy, Shay Kennedy is in the building, Everyman Tech. I see that man Jeff Hale has come through. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Easy Computer Solutions, what's good? Eric Drummond is in the building. I thought you were going out of town tonight. Nah. I'm going out of town in the morning, brother. Going out of town in the morning. See, Jason said Mike and his ultimate chill music. Jason, I'm gonna have some new music next week because I was gonna put one together tonight, but I took a nap before the stream because I've been up since roughly 3:30 this morning. I hadn't taken a nap yet, so I literally got up this morning at 3:30, went to work, came home, went to the barbershop, got the crisp, and then when I got a COVID test, came home, ate dinner, and been up ever since. So I had to take a nap before the stream. So yeah. Let's see. That man Lon said, I can't watch WandaVision. Sucks for you. WandaVision is good, man. A lot of people say they can't get past the first two episodes, and I'm like, hey, if skip them, get into the third one. That's when it starts getting good. That's all I'm gonna say. But let's go on ahead and get into the nitty gritty of the conversation. Now, I did catch bits and pieces because although I took a nap, I was in and out because I want to support my peoples. One of the homegirls of Tech, aka the Gadget Goddess, was live over on Gadget Chats with Emily Wilson and Tech Valor. So make sure y'all go check them out as well. They usually are always on before me. So make sure you go check out Gadget Chats and holla at them. But let's go ahead and get into it. So y'all see the title of the stream. The title of the stream is Tech YouTube Toxic? Right? That's the title of the stream. Title of the stream is Tech YouTube Toxic? Now, here's the thing. First and foremost, Von Joyner, was good with you, bro. Salute. Everyday Tech, was good. So let's discuss, what do I mean by is Tech YouTube toxic? So what I'm getting at with that is, I put a tweet out earlier today, and on the tweet that I put out, I said that I'm done carrying two phones. That's what I said. Now, I said the two phone lifestyle is not for me anymore. It's not. It really isn't. It's gotten to the point for me personally where carrying two phones around every day just feels unnecessary. It feels cumbersome. Call me old, but it's hard to keep up with. But what I mean by toxic, I don't necessarily mean that Tech YouTube is toxic. Not at all. There are some amazing, genuine people on here, and there are some amazing, genuine assholes on here. But what I'm referring to, follow me on this journey for a second, right? As my man Easy Computer Solutions would say, follow me on this journey. I'm not speaking about the people, okay? I'm speaking about the practices. I'm speaking about the FOMO. I'm speaking about the images that are projected to those that watch our content. The average consumer, and I use that sarcastically because that's how a lot of people see it. A lot of people like to use the word the average consumer, the average consumer. That's what a lot of people's words are when they're trying to justify something or when they're trying to speak about something. But what is the average consumer? The last time that I checked, to me, the average consumer is the people that I see walking around the Target next to my apartment complex, the people that I see at the grocery store, at Publix or Winn-Dixie, the people that I grew up with that I still talk to on a regular basis. These people don't have two phones. They don't upgrade every 6 months. They don't upgrade every year. Usually, some of them are still rocking phones from 2-3 years old. Now, obviously, it goes without saying that, well, Mike, you're a techie, you're in the minority, you're not, you can't compare yourself to them, or you can't compare what people on YouTube do to them. But here's my thing, though. Now, I pose this question to you in response to that statement. If we are making content for the average consumer, why are we not practicing and doing average things? See, when I first started YouTube, right? Now, when I say this is going to be an open and honest conversation, when I first started YouTube, I started YouTube October 2018. And everybody who starts YouTube kind of starts it as either A, you're trying to make money, you're trying to start a business through it, you're trying to make money, you're trying to get to the point where you have enough status and enough whatever to get free devices or free product. You have your own reasons for it, right? Some people just genuinely want to help others, and that's awesome. All the reasons are awesome because they're awesome for people who, for you, whatever. So want to make sure I specify nothing I'm saying tonight is in direction towards anyone. So if you're watching the stream and you hear me say something and you're thinking, man, he throwing shots. No, I'm not. A lot of this stuff is personal and how I see things and also how I am trying to see things and view things. So I'm going to say this and then I'm going to jump into the comments because I see we got a few more people jumping in. So what I'm going to say is this. When I started YouTube in 2018, it's easy, right? It's easy to get caught up in, oh, I got to get that. I got to get this. I got to get that. I got to do this. I got to do that. Because you see MKBHD do it. You see your average consumer do it. You see a Unbox Therapy. You see a TLD, Jonathan Daly. You see all the Flossie Carter. You see these upper echelon, higher content creators that are doing something, and you begin to learn through the fire that, well, duh, they've been doing it for 10 years. So cool, it is what it is. But what you see and you begin to notice is there's a pattern, right? There's a pattern. The pattern is a lot of money invested with little to no return. Little to no return. I'm talking about little to zero, not a return. And I'm going to explain how a lot of people will not tell you this. A lot of people will not tell you this. And I'm not taking shots, but I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen people talk about it on Twitter. I've had people say it to me. And I've had people who I know personally that do this. And this is something that I feel like, a lot of people won't talk about, but it's easy to fall into a trap. It's easy to fall into a trap, and it's easy to put yourself in debt. Right? It's easy to put yourself in debt. It's easy. It's very easy to put yourself in debt if you're not paying attention and you don't have a plan. Because most of us, when we start, right, unless you're already mature enough of the mind, you're pretty much starting it thinking, I'm going to be just like that. Nobody thinks, oh yeah, it's going to take a year or more to get 1,000 subs. It took me right around a year to get 1,000 subscribers. And that was just to be able to make $1. Right? You begin to network with people and you start talking to people and you start hearing more people saying, yeah, you ain't finna make no money off the top, young blood. And you be like, you say, what now? I just bought this $1,000 phone and you telling me I ain't finna make no money off of it? And it's essentially it's essentially it's a trap. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a trap. Now, do I think everybody falls into the trap? No, obviously not. But I fell into the trap. I fell into the trap hard, and I'm gonna explain how I fell into the trap. But let me check on the chat here. So let's see. So Everyday Tech is in the building. What's up, Barry and Sean? James Herrera, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream tonight. Let's see. Bionic Scoop said everything is toxic. It is, unfortunately. Not sure about overall toxic, but there are a lot of toxic individuals. Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right, let's see. Let's keep up with the chat here. So, old guy alert, you doggone right. Old guy, you see what's on my 12 Pro Max. You see what's on it. Old guy, for real, for real. I'm out here. I'm out here. I saw if you're going to walk around with one phone, let it be an iPhone. I have a Samsung Note 20 Ultra. Great, awesome phone. Just sucks when you can't FaceTime or answer text from your iPad. That is true. Apple's ecosystem will get you in deep, and we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Everyman Tech said, true that. Jason C said, because many tech users are out of touch with the consumer, they are focused on other things. That's my opinion. Hey, what's up, Tech UX? What's good, bro? Thank you for the super chat, Yates Network. I appreciate you. Thank you for the goodwill you're doing. You're a good man. I appreciate you for watching, and thank you for the super chat, my brother. Little to no return is real talk. Let's see. Eric Drummond said, that's how it goes in the tech industry. That's why you get into doing this, because you love it and not for any other reason. That's what I tell people all the time. Easy Computer Solutions said, I spent tens of thousands of dollars with no return on my channel. Mr. Tech Rant says, loans on phones. I just got paid with some very encouraging comments on a recent upload. Hey, that's what's up. Glad to hear that. D Mims in the house. Mark Coleman in the building. What up, money, Mark? Let's see. Zach said, you named off all the OGs. It's time for us to carve out how we'll present and relate our content. That is why I went for the S21 Plus and not the Ultra. Most consumers will go for the regular. This is very true. This is very true, Zach, and you're not wrong. Bob Grimes, how you doing? How you doing? I'm happy relating my content more to regular/average consumers. I look at YouTube search. No one is covering the S21 Plus, One Ultra coverage. It's everywhere. I see your comments, Zach. I'm just kind of reading them out loud. Let's see. All right, so I think I got everybody in here that is pretty much here. So what I'm saying, so like I said, I fell into the trap, right? And so the thing is, it's easy when you have a postpaid carrier, right? It's easy to see a new device and say, ooh, I want to talk about that phone, or I want to talk about this device, or I want to talk about that accessory. So I'm not ashamed to say it, because I feel like if you can't share it, then you're not helping somebody to not make the same mistake. I'm not ashamed to say it. My first year on YouTube, we had Verizon Wireless. We don't have Verizon Wireless anymore. We owe Verizon Wireless. The reason why is because I was one of those people who, when a new phone came out, I ran to Verizon, right? I ran to Verizon. I was like, I'll pay this phone off and I'm gonna go get this phone, pay the taxes on it, do this, do that, blah, 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 whoop, whoop, because that was my shortcut. But then I'm getting to the crib and I'm making videos and I'm like, wow, I put all this work and all this energy into this video. I spent all this money on this phone. I can't return it now, so I'm stuck with a $40 a month payment on it. And my video got 10 views in 10 days. It's like you have that moment, like, you start looking around the room like, am I missing something? Is it me? Like, what is happening here? So it's easy to fall into traps that are out there. But the thing is, it's easy, and it's almost the wave. It's almost the wave to follow what you see other people doing. Right? That's the thing. It's easy, and it's almost too easy to just follow what you see. Now, at the end of the day, it takes people a little while to find their stride. This question was brought up on Wired Wednesday night. Somebody asked Easy, how long did it take him to find his stride, right? And Eric said it took him several years. There are people on the panel who are still looking for their stride. I am one of those people who I'm still trying to find my stride. Now, here's the thing. I think I have found it, right? I think I have found my stride. And I think I have found the direction that I want to go, which is why for me, carrying around 2 devices is not necessary anymore, because I've kind of slid into a lane for myself after finally listening to people like Gadget Goddess, Barry Johnson, Tech Valor, Eric, Tech Rent, T, Adrian, Mr. Catwoman, LB. There are so many people. There are so many people that have been kind of always pushing me in this direction, always pushing me to like, hey man, you should stick to this because you're really good at it. And I'm always one of those people where I got to learn the hard way, right? I got to learn the hard way. I gotta fall into, I essentially, I gotta fall on my face before I look up and say, that idea that they had as I'm wiping the blood and the concrete off my nose, that really wasn't a bad idea. Let me see what happens if I just try it out. And lo and behold, wouldn't you goddamn know it, this shit be working out, right? Crazy how that works out. But it's also crazy how you can meet people and network through tech YouTube and YouTube in general. I've met some amazing people. A lot of y'all are in the chat right now. A lot of y'all are in the chat right now. I have met and interacted and networked with some awesome individuals. And these people, in their own right, they push me in my own way to say, okay, if that person can do it, why can't I do it? Right? If that person can make it happen, why can't I make it happen? If this person can do something, what's my excuse? Right? Case in point, I'll give y'all an example of somebody. Lover of tech, Benjamin, my brother from across the pond. This dude took a hiatus from YouTube for a while, right? Came back to the tube, put in the work, put in the effort and the grind with 2 kids and a wife, and hit 10,000 subs in almost no time because the man was on top of it. It was almost like the brother was putting out a video every day at one point, it seemed like. And that is because he was dedicated to the craft. People like him make me say, man, he found his stride. He found his rhythm. If I do the same, if I find my stride and my rhythm, right, and I stay on my ass and I stay on myself, God knows what might happen if I keep pushing. But the thing is, you have to keep pushing. You have to keep going. And it's easy. The algorithm will mess you up. I'm going to read some comments and I will say, this is one for real. So I'm going to start with my man, Brandon here. Said, I fell into the trap for real. Having kids made me reevaluate what's important and decided to focus on the general consumer versus the tech world. Exactly. We trying to buy a house. That's the thing for me. We trying to buy a house. I'm looking at the tech on my desk. I'm looking at the tech in my pocket and I'm like, this ain't going to help me buy a house, right? It might help me make $100 a month on YouTube, but it ain't going to help me buy a damn house. So I understand that, Brandon. But my big sis said, yeah, I do what I want. It is much less stressful that way. If I can help the average consumer, fine. If not, fine. I pay for what I want. Exactly. And that's the thing. You have to know what your purpose is. You have to know what you're doing this for. If you're doing this on the premise of I'm trying to help people, then you ain't got no business buying $1,000 phone. You ain't got no business only highlighting the phones that most people can't afford to pay for up front. So they're going to have to get a loan on it through their carrier. You ain't got no business doing that because you're not helping people. Anybody will tell you, hey, man, yeah, you can get the phone, no interest on monthly payments. But there's this phone over here that does the exact same thing for a quarter of the price. Case in point, this phone right here, right? This phone right here starts at $1,200. Why would I steer somebody towards that when the S21 is just as good for half the price? Why would I steer somebody towards that when I could steer them towards a Pixel 4a if I really wanted to? If I really wanted to help somebody save some money, I could steer them towards a Pixel 4a. So it's exactly how she said. You do what you want. Do what you want. Armadillo said, hey man, how's it going? I love that picture. That is hilarious. That dog got some teeth. Beautiful thing is I keep one phone that I want and keep one phone that the average consumer might get. And I try to hold on to that phone for at least 2 years. Eric, that's a nice practice. Woo. All right, let me catch up. All right, so Zach said, I used to buy all the flagships. It's easy to mimic the crowd, but now my focus is on accessibility. Access to awesome tech without destroying your wallet. That's why tier 2 budget devices have me. Completely understand, and Zach is doing a great job of it. Said, keeping up with the Joneses is unnecessary, especially early on. But see, Mo, the thing is, The thing is, it's unnecessary. But most people, and I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not knocking anybody, but most people will not catch that, right? Most people will not catch on to that. Most people will think because they see a Marquez highlighting this device that's the one that they should get if they want to try to highlight a device as well. Now, Zach made a comment earlier about it's our time, aka the smaller the smaller channels, not the, not to say that anybody is a small content creator, but the channels that are not 5 million and up or 3 million and up or whatever, those type of channels. So here's the crazy thing. So I'll tell y'all, Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. I've said his name a couple times tonight, and I'm gonna say his name probably some more tonight. I stumbled across his channel and didn't even know he existed. Right? I was watching a live stream. I've watched Jay Will since like 2018, and for me, I just got to say it how it is. I got to say it how it is before I go catch up on some of the comments. For me, one of the reasons why Jay Will attracted me as a watcher of content before I started YouTube was because I thought to myself, man, this dude remind me of my pops. Black dude talking about tech. That's kind of cool. Now, my dad is not a tech head, but he knows tech. So I'm watching Jay Will talk about all these phones, and I'm like, yo, this is kind of dope, So I watched his content, and he was on a live stream one night, right? And on the live stream, it was him, Eric, technically T, and CJ, and CJ3K Gaming. That's his name now. CJ3K Gaming, formerly the tech of the tech couple. And for me, it might sound cliche, but but it is what it is. Seeing four brothers, right? Seeing four dudes that look like me and my homeboys talking about tech the way they were. I'm talking about not just like, yeah, I got a new iPhone and an OtterBox. Like, no, the iPhone camera, blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. Like, to see these dudes, like, just chopping it up like me and my boys do, but they talking about tech. I was in my head like, yo, where these fools been? Like, why I ain't never seen these guys' channels before? So I immediately subscribed to all three of them. I subscribed to T, Eric, and I subscribed to CJ all at the same time. And then from there, I started meeting more people. I eventually said, well, let me try starting a channel. Started my channel, got on Twitter, started meeting more people and networking with more people. And it's like you get to the point where the more you interact and the more you network and the more you get moving with people, the more that you get this, like I said, the more you begin to find your own lane. A lot of people do this because they want to have fun with it. A lot of people do it for whatever their reason is. But for me, my direction that I've kind of settled in, I like talking to myself, right? I like talking to myself. And I don't necessarily like to hear myself talk, but I like talking to myself because it's funny. I literally sometimes will be in my truck. I'll be driving my truck and I'll start having a conversation with myself about something. And a lot of times it either stems from FOMO of tech or it'll stem from an actual debate. So I'm going to read some comments and then I'm going to talk about the current debate that I'm having right now. And we'll go from there. So let's see. Zach said budget devices are so good now. The line between flagship and budget is really blurred. That's a good thing for consumers. Eric said that's also a reason why I carve out my channel around set price points because I'm in debt and we're trying to get out, but I love producing content. People see these large creators making plenty of money and believe that it is easy and they can make that same money. They do. And you can't. Ma'am says, same here. You're very honest and sincere. You have a great heart, man. Shines through. You help a lot of people. I appreciate that, Yates. The Poets is in the house. What up? What up, the Poets? What up, the Poets? Keep moving forward. All right, let me see. I'm going to catch up here. So let's go down the list. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a young teen and I'm trying to start a channel starting out on cheap stuff. Hey, that's awesome, man. I wish you the best of luck with your channel. And don't think of what now here's the thing. Don't think of what you're doing as starting off on cheap stuff. You're starting off on what you can afford, and you're starting out on what works for you. It's not cheap if it's what works for you. So, because cheap sometimes it might not come across that way to you, and I'm sure it doesn't come across that way to anyone in the chat or to myself. But some people might hear cheap and think, So you're definitely on the right track, my man. Gadget Guy said, I like a lot of imports. The average consumer isn't buying that. They sure not. A lot of the average consumer is not. All right, so let's see. Let me keep up here. That's why unless a company sends me a high-end phone, I'm showcasing phones in the 500. Hey, I hear that, Brandon. Mr. Tech Rant said, I've been there. Throwing money at phones just for the chance to get some views. It's worth it. It's not worth it. I figured that's what he was trying to say. Bonding Scoop said, I am the Joneses is. Bonding Scoop is also a pretty, as he would say it. Hey, Tech Lover Mama. Trying to find everything I want and needing a phone for under 500. No issues finding one yet. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. So let's see. All right, I'm going to go on and catch up here. All right, we're all caught up. So I think Jay was one of the first people I follow. See, Holla at Your Boy is a prime example. He's a prime example. Now, I saw this dude commenting in a lot of Jay streams. I saw him commenting on a lot of people's videos that I would comment on. And he always seemed like a troll, right? He always seemed like he was just there to mess with people. And I used to always laugh at it. Then he started following me because I think I made a Pixel 3a XL video. He probably knows, but I made a Pixel 3a XL video. And I remember he commented on it and said something. He said something like, I guess I got to start watching you now or something. Almost as if it was like, oh, Lord. Like, ugh. But at the same time, that's my boy. Like, that's my dude. Like, if I ever get the chance sliding through Atlanta or whatever, I know he drink like little bottles. But if I ever get the chance, I'll give him a little bottle. I pull up a little bottle with him. So Jay Will was my inspiration both for YouTube and as a Christian. Amen to that. Amen. Lon said, I'd like to get a group of drone brothers together. I talked Flossie into a drone back in the day. He flew it once or twice. That's what's up. Tech Rand knows about drones. I don't know if he still flies them, but he knows about drones. Let's see. Ivan said, I import my phones from the US because the taxes in Norway are high. Then when the next year buy the new version, I sell my old phones here in Norway for the same price that I paid for them in the US. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a hustle. Okay? I'm going to say it again. That's what we call a hustle. And for you, Ivan, I say, that's what we call that. That's what we call that. Good job. Good job, sir. That's definitely what we call that. Now, D-Mem said that's funny. I never told anyone before, but Jay Will was one of the people that made me want to start a channel. About to make a lot of how to do XYZ with the tech I have, no super slider. And that's the thing. So you guys see how it's a trigger effect, right? People can see the passion you have about a topic through the camera, film, and talk about what you enjoy, and the people will follow. Amen. Amen. So all right, let's see. I'm glad I saw this before I got started. Got to bounce. Keep up the great work, Mike. Let's get you on one of my streams. Zach, I'm always down. Let me know. We'll make it happen. Have a good night, my man. Cheers to you as well. Thank you for the super chat, sir. All right. So the dilemma that I currently have, right? And this is where this is one of the things I talked about on Twitter today. I carry an iPhone 12 Pro Max and an S21 Ultra. Now, here's the part of the stream that I feel like some people might agree with me, some people might not. But I feel like this is where FOMO comes into play. Now, when you go look at a video, right? When you go look at a video, I'm not even going to go to the upper echelon like I did earlier. I'm going to just go to anybody. When you go look at a content creator's video that is talking about mobile devices or technology, 9 times out of 10, what are some things that you see? What are some things that you see a lot? Y'all drop them in the chat and let me know. I'll name a couple things off for me. RGB. Hey, Google, make the lights blue. See a lot of RGB. I see a little bit of mechanical keyboards, right? I see a lot of Apple Watches, but they're talking about an Android device. And some people say, blah, 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 whatever. Some people say that that's not a big deal. You always got to see, you got to see the YouTube plant, you got to see the plant on the desk. It's a lot of things that you see in everybody's video. But what I'm getting at is, hey, my bad, bro. My bad. Pause. Let's see. Scoop said, I see a lot of me being awesome. Hey, exactly. So everyone kind of tries to do the same thing. But the key is, if you do it in your own way, people will appreciate it. I subscribe to the people that I subscribe to because I like to watch people that do content in their own way. People who make content and do it in their own way and make it look fire. Case in point, this person right here. Now, she's a bully. She's a bully, but I'm gonna call out her niceness for a second, and I'm gonna speak positive on her for a second. When normally I'm telling her to shut the F up, but I'm gonna speak positive on it for a second. This person here, right? We pushed her for so long to start a channel, and what did she say to us? Fuck y'all. Exactly like that. Fuck y'all. She ain't never want to start no channel. But then the pandemic happened and she decided, why not? Let me start one. And now look at where she's at. And that's from her having fun. I have yet to watch a video of hers and feel like I was watching somebody who was doing something they felt forced to do, who was watching someone do something that they felt that they had to do. Now, she does put that dedication and that work and that effort into her content. But the point is, she has fun with it. And I respect the hell out of her for that. Because when she's in my ear telling me, hey, little bro, I saw that last video you put out. You didn't look like you was having fun. And I'm like, man, and in my mind, I'm like, I thought I was having fun. But then I record a video like the skit that I recorded recently. And I'm talking to my wife and I'm like, bro, oh my God, that was so fun. That was so much fun. And she's like, yeah, you seemed like you were really having a good time. And then she sends me a message and she's like, yeah, you had a lot of fun. So, those are the type of people that I like to subscribe to. And Rachel is still a bully. She is still a bully. Rachel is a bully. Don't let Gadget Goddess fool you. Her name is Rachel. She's still a bully. But those are the people that I like to watch. Eric Drummond, having fun. I'll let your boy. Scoop. I respect the hell out of this dude because this dude literally, it's like between this guy and this guy, right? Between this guy and this one, I be looking at my stuff like either I'm just not getting it or I'm not putting enough effort into getting better with each video, because every video they put out, they get better every time. They get better every freaking time. And those are the people that I like to watch. I don't like watching people where I feel like I'm watching a recycled video. I don't like to watch it where I feel like I'm watching the same stuff. And so this man here, the green screen king, first off, you can't see it in this picture, but if you can see his setup, that man's setup is crispy, right? The man's setup is crispy. Green screen king, Tesla king. I love Cobra told you, man. He is one of the definitions of having fun. And yes, like I said, Rachel is a bully. No, Brandon, she's a bully. She's a bully. Rachel is a bully. And she do be bullying people in the liking Baby Yoda. Then you got folks like Easy Computer Solutions. Eric don't give a damn, right? Eric don't give a damn. Eric just record all day and have a lot of fun. He got over 50,000 subscribers. Think about that. He got a problem because he buy way too many phones and he keep them. He don't ever get rid of them. I'm trying not to be like Eric. I really am. I'm trying not to be like Eric. It's hard. You got two singing brothers. You got Everyday Tech and Barry Johnson be singing and stuff like that in their videos and everything, having fun. So when I asked the question of the stream, topic of the stream, is tech YouTube toxic? Nah, it can be. It can be if you follow the wrong people. If you follow the trend, if you follow the crowd. you know, the poet said, hitting the record button right now. And sorry, but your stream is going to be on in the background. So should I shoot out a lot of curse words right now, or should I just I'll just continue? Because the poets, let me know because I'll fire them off real quick. I'll fire off a couple of I'll fire them off if that's what you want. I want to make your video as exciting as I can. But let's get back to one of the things that we were talking about. So one of these phones is leaving. What the hell? Oh, that was funny. I thought we were going to make it through one stream without me doing something like what I just did. But apparently, so also, for those that won't know this, as you'll see me hold up this keyboard, this is not the MX keys for Mac. This is the MX keys, the regular edition, because I no longer have a MacBook. Sold my MacBook and someone purchased it from me, and I bought a new computer to replace it because I wanted to get back into gaming on my computer. I have a lot of friends on PC gaming. I am now in the same, I'm kind of floating up there with Tech Valor and Mr. Catwoman, aka MC Locks in Life, because I bought a computer and it's got 64 gigs of RAM in it. So shout out to the RAM whores out there, those that like the RAM. There's a lock button on here. Apparently, if you hit that button, it locks the computer. Didn't know that. Thought I had to cut the whole stream off and y'all was just going to be looking at my couch and me frozen like. So glad it didn't work out like that. Hey, Spectacular Gadgets is in the house. What's up? That's another person who has fun. What do people know her for? They know her for the fact that she has a lot of fun in her videos, but what do people really know her for? I know when I hear a lot of people talk about Spectacular Gadgets, it's that intro. Man. It's that let's do this. It's that intro. Spectacular Gadgets has a lot of fun with her content. Nah. I did not get the MSI. No. I did not get the MSI joint. Hey, GG, I only have half the RAM that they have, but I'm on the way. Okay, I'm on the way. 64 is still more than what most people have. So I will leave it at that. Lon said, welcome to the 64G club. No, I actually picked up I don't know if I can pick it up and show you guys. I'm not going to try to pick it up and show y'all because if that USB-C cable comes out, everything will disconnect. But no, shout out to the Everyday Dad. Everyday Dad had a fire sale on Twitter. And so I picked up the 2020 Razer Blade 15. It's the base model, but he shipped it to me with all of the upgrades he made during all of his videos. So it came with D-brand skin on the top, bottom, and the deck, came with 64 gigs of RAM, and came with an extra 1 terabyte M.2 SSD inside of it. And it also came with the 512 that it started with. So this computer has a RTX 2060 Max P, 6 gigs of VRAM. So it has been a beast so far. Now I've kind of just got into Adobe Premiere, but I opened up Adobe Rush the other day and just kind of tinkered around with it, and man, like flew. Now, not to say that the MacBook couldn't handle it, but the MacBook with Adobe Rush, it's amazing how optimized Apple is for their own apps. Not in a negative way, but it is what it is. The Final Cut, I could open it up, edit a 4K video. Fans wouldn't come on that one time. Not one time. Seriously, could edit a 10-minute 4K video when I out of this EOS R on the MacBook Pro baseline, 16-inch baseline i7 version. And as I'm rendering, it's just, it's very, very, very light. I opened up Adobe Rush, a 6-minute 1080p video out of this EOS R. It's night and day. And I'm just like, damn, what the actual fuck? So this thing, because of how optimized NVIDIA is with Adobe programs, oh my God, night and day. And yes, welcome to the Gamer's Paradise. I don't know if she is in the chat, but my homegirl Kit Kat bars. is one of the people that got me back into PC gaming as well. And there are a few other folks, my friends, that do PC gaming, because right now, completely off topic, but the console wars, they're dead. Console wars are dead to me. I'm sorry, they're dead. I'm an Xbox person all day and night. If I take this jacket off, I got an Xbox shirt on. I think. Do I have that shirt on? No, I have my work shirt on. I lied to y'all. But the console wars are dead. I don't really care anymore. I used to care about consoles like that, right? I used to feel like, man, I gotta get the new Xbox. I used to feel like, man, I gotta get the new PS5. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, man, I'm about to pay $500 for an Xbox. That's not gonna get upgraded at all. At all. And knowing how Microsoft does business, right? The Series S that I have up front, not Series S, the Xbox One S, the slim version, the slim Jimmy. That system has 2 terabytes built in. 2 terabytes built in. Got it for $150 used at GameStop about 2 years ago. I've never seen one in store. Never been able to buy one on Amazon. I just walked into GameStop. The one I had was acting up. I said, I want to swap it out for another one. They was like, we got this 2 terabyte. You want to get that one instead? I was like, run the checkup. Why am I going to go spend $500 or $300 on one that has a quarter of that or half of that just for the game to load faster and look good in 4K? Got a 4K TV on. I ain't worried about that. But with this computer, though, I can upgrade one of the SSDs all the way up to 8 terabytes. If I wanted to, I can put an 8 terabyte M.2 SSD inside of this thing and have 8 terabytes on tap of raw, uneducated to the gut horsepower on deck to just play whatever I want, store whatever I want, do whatever I want. I ain't got to carry around no extra drive. I ain't got to do none of that. But I ain't going to do that because this is the base model. It doesn't have an SD card. So I'm just going to chill with this for now. Just rock with it as it is. So let me catch up with the chat here. Blah, 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 blah. How long before Samsung put 64 gigs of RAM in their flagship phones? Well, Jason, let's think about it. They started off last year with 16 gigs, and they did 16 gigs again this year. Prior to that, I believe the S10 had 12, if I'm not mistaken. It had 12 or 8. So they've gone from 8 to 16. I would say maybe 2025, 2026, they'll have 64 gigs of RAM. It'll be before the end of the decade if they keep going the way they are. But yeah. So let's see. Tech for your needs. I could take a picture of it, but that just, it wouldn't look right to me. If I'm gonna show it, I'm gonna show it. I actually want to show you guys on the stream so it looks better. And plus, I don't want to like open it up and throw off the monitor and stuff. So I'll take a picture of it and post it on Twitter, and I'll just put it up there. But hey, there she go. Kit Kat. Where was the question? I saw somebody who asked the question. Let's see. It's a nice little setup. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I love it. Okay, Tech for Your Needs again said, which operating system do you prefer, Windows or Mac? I don't have a preference. I really don't. Either one is cool to me. The reason why I chose to go back to Windows, though, instead of sticking with Apple, and this is kind of one of the reasons why I'm low key. This is kind of one of the reasons why I just keeping it a buck. I'm low key thinking about sticking with this over this, because Apple products are amazing, right? Apple products are awesome. They are fine-tuned, especially with the new M1 chips and the M1X chips on the way. They are fine-tuned and optimized for damn near perfection. They're great. But what I don't like about them is if you come in at the base, that's it. That's it. And I personally don't subscribe, at least anymore, to, I don't mind saving the money and waiting for it, but I just don't like the idea of, man, I really want to get this Mac Mini M1, or I really want to get this M1 MacBook Pro, but I want to future-proof it, so I'm going to get 16 gigs of RAM. You got to wait a month and a half for that. Why can't I just buy it and put 8 gigs in it? Now, obviously, Apple been doing that for years now, so that's nothing new. Keep your comments to yourself, argue with your mama, not me. I understand that. But for me, I just personally think, I like to be able to upgrade my stuff. And so with this computer, Everyday Dad sold this thing for $1,200. So This thing has enough stuff going on to where I can upgrade it down the line. And like my man Wayne Train said, that's why I'm not getting rid of my PC. I may upgrade my GPU at some point. Same thing against the consoles right now, right? You can literally buy a PC for the same price. You can build a PC for the same price that it would cost you to buy a new console and upgrade it over time as you see fit. Can't beat it, man. And so that's why I went back to Windows, because to me, I wanted the versatility. I wanted to be able to carry around a laptop. You know what? Screw it. I don't even care anymore. I'm gonna try to hold it up for you guys. I can be careful. I think I can be careful. I can be careful. I'm good. Turn this camera. See? Razer Blade. You see the brand skin on it. So this computer, this laptop, right? For my needs, I have a machine now that I can stream on like I am right now. I'm running this stream with no issues right now. I have the machine that I can literally play games on, edit videos on, and I ain't got to worry about like, oh, I have to have one thing for this and one thing for that. One thing for this and one thing for that. I can do it all with this one machine. And shameless plug, if you're into coding or anything like that with your computer, make sure you check out Barry Johnson as he drops videos on Python and other various coding. Has a new video that came out this week. Sings a lovely tune in the beginning of the video. You don't want to miss it. Shameless plug for Barry Johnson. Shameless plug for Barry Johnson. Let me read some of y'all comments. I have a dual GTX 1080s and I'm thinking about a new GPU. Next Level Tech said, I think they would go for LPDDR6 RAM before they go to 64 gigs of RAM. There's a certain point where the amount of RAM is relevant to the average user and speed outweighs the amount. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. London Art said, I upgraded my HDMIs to 2.1 yesterday, and that's the first time my PlayStation 4 Pro has been on in almost a year. True story. I play my Xbox all the time, and that's just because of the fact that I play Xbox with a lot of friends, but I also can do that with this computer now too. So, hey, no problem, sir. No problem, T. No problem, T. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, SpecTech. Thank you. What a beauty. Hook up to the max. You got a good deal, in my opinion. Thank you, sir. Yeah, man, I love this thing. It's been nice so far. And the thing is, but between this one and the advanced model, there's not really that much of a difference that would make somebody say, oh, I don't want the base model, I want the advanced model. The only thing you're not getting is per key RGB. This is the Intel 10750 versus the 10875, and you have the can't talk. And you also have no SD card support. And I don't think this one can charge via Thunderbolt, but it can operate via Thunderbolt. So I still have, this is the cool thing, I still have the one cable setup going back here. So that was the one thing for me. That was the one thing for me. I wanted my next computer, be it a computer from last year or a computer for this year, I wanted it to have a one cable setup. And that's exactly what I got. I got a one cable setup with this thing. The only difference is it has some proprietary charge. But hey, you can literally spend money and get a Razer charger or an Amazon branded charger, leave it plugged up to the desk so it always has it here, and keep one in the bag for when I'm, out and about in my truck or on the job or whatever. So Galaxy S21 Ultra. Let me read Eric's comment here. That's kind of like why I want to get the S20 FE, because I like to do all of my production from my phone. But the S20 FE will give me the ability to use wireless decks. Eric, let me ask you a question, brother. Have you heard about the Samsung Smart Monitor? I didn't know that these things existed, but apparently Samsung has smart monitors powered by Tizen. Shout out to Josh Quinones for posting it. And apparently you can wireless decks to the monitor. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. That's actually really dope. So instead of having to come back here and use a cable connection to set it up, you just decks to the monitor. And there you go. So, let me see. Armadillo said, Mike, you should have more subs than you do, but I'm sure you're glad to have what you do. I am. I appreciate that very much. I sincerely appreciate that comment. It really does mean a lot. And I am content with what I have. I recognize that the subs that I have are people who enjoy my shenanigans, they enjoy watching me talk to myself, they enjoy listening to me ramble, and I'm cool with that. I look at it like some people might think, 1600 or even 16. I just see it as that these are individuals in the community that enjoy my content, and I'm cool with that. I am perfectly fine, and I'm cool with that. And yeah, man. So I do appreciate that, brother. I really do. My thing with these two devices in front of me, one of them got to go. One of them got to go. I just don't know which one going to go. I don't know which one I'm going to rock with this computer. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Got to put on my glasses real quick like Jay Will. I don't know. And like Spec Tech said, I prefer views over subs. I can honestly agree with that. Getting subs, getting a lot of subs, getting a lot of subscribers is nice. Having people want to support your channel is always dope, but that's not the end game. The end game is not to just get a bunch of subs. The end game for me, if I can come out of this and make, a little bit, if I can make enough money to support the stuff for the channel, like Epidemic Sounds, referral code will be in the description after the video. If I can make enough money to support the $20 a month for Adobe, the insurance for the phones, whatever, cool with that. As long as the channel can sustain itself, I'll buy stuff out of my own pocket, because like Zach was saying earlier, a lot of people are looking for content on the S21 Plus. I bought the S21 Ultra because I might keep this phone, and this might be the only phone I have. And like Lon said, it does work with Samsung. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, man, I think I have rambled on for quite a long time tonight. I know I've been all over the place, and I thank y'all for hanging out with me as usual. So a couple of announcements, right? A couple of announcements. I always find it funny when people do this. We were talking about this yesterday on Wired Wednesday, but last week I asked you guys, how would y'all feel about the podcast coming back? And a lot of people said that they think that they wanted me to do it. I got a couple of DMs from some people, and they were like, you should definitely bring it back or whatever. My wife even said she thinks I should bring it back. So starting next week, these streams will end at 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, when this stream is over with, because of the way YouTube works, this will be live and available on the channel. And probably about a quarter after 10, every Thursday, there will also be a new podcast. So there will be a new podcast, and the podcast will probably be completely different than what I talk about on the stream, but there will be a new podcast episode out, and still deciding on how long I want the format to be. Last time I did it, I kept it between 30 minutes. I kept it around 30 minutes or so, but Reconnected is the name of the podcast, and the first episode of 2021 will be dropping next Thursday. Also, this is probably, even though I'm going to be on vacation, next Thursday's stream, I'm not sure. It depends on my work schedule, and it depends on if he's available. I really want to try OBS. I was going to do it today, but just been all over the place. So I didn't really get time to like sit down like I wanted to, but I really want to try OBS, and I want to try to give you guys a better experience, right? Because not to say what I'm doing isn't enough, but this is a solo stream, so I feel like this is my opportunity to kind of step it up a little bit, get better at it. And I want to make sure that for the support that I get from all of y'all, for the 30 plus of you that have been consistently watching tonight since the jump, I want to make sure that each and every week, it's like, damn, man, that boy good, boy, he getting better every week. So Barry Johnson and a couple other people in the back of my mind, we need to set something up, because I really want to get into OBS. I got the whole setup back here for it. There's no reason for it to not be. So yeah, I really want to get into OBS. So hopefully maybe next week, if not next week, maybe the first one in March. we'll start that transition and start going back down that road. So OBS is on the way, and I really just kind of, I don't know, it just seems like it'd be a lot of fun to kind of get into OBS, especially when you can do like the intros, you can have music playing while the stream is going. Cause y'all know me, I'm all about some chill music. So, and like my man Holler at Your Boy said, we need them OBS tutorials. We need them OBS tutorials. Tutorial. We need it. The tutorial. Barry said, I am ready. Hey, I am ready to learn, sir. I am ready to learn all about the tutorials. I got to get you, LaShawn. I got to get you. I got to get you. Oh, man. So I see everybody's in the chat kind of responding to the comment about the device. Everybody seems like they kind of said Samsung, and yes, Eric, Tana does have them on deck as well. A lot of Tana's content is for OBS on Mac, but I do believe it works with Windows as well. So I got to go back and revisit because I've watched all of his videos in the past just to support. So, but at the time I wasn't even thinking about trying to mess with OBS. I just watched him because my boy put a video out. But yeah, man. So do y'all feel like there's a stigma behind the iPhone? Let me ask y'all that question real quick. We got a few more minutes. Do y'all feel like there's a stigma behind the iPhone? I feel like there is. When I look at this phone and I look at this S21 Ultra, what goes through my mind is is Clubhouse really worth keeping an iPhone for? Is iMessage and FaceTime really worth it? I could just do like D Mims, but if I do like D Mims, I know him, Ben, T, and a few other people is going to rag on me. I am going to get dragged on Twitter if I have the nerve to show up on Twitter with a doggone iPhone mini. If I show up with an iPhone 12 mini, I know I'm going to have to delete Twitter for about a week. But I'm not carrying two big phones anymore. Not doing it. So we're going to have to figure this out. Eric said, not a stigma per se, but I don't like the fact that it's associated with people that got money. Because I know people that don't have money that love the iPhone, but the minute you whip out an iPhone, people think you got money. Decent said, yeah, bro. Armadillo said, didn't know you had a podcast. I will stay tuned, but keep the Samsung. Seems like everybody's saying keep the Samsung. We'll see. I know my Holla at Your Boy and Barry will definitely say Android because they're Pixel peepers as Pixel Kings, whatever you want to call the Pixel Knights or whatever. But all right, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up. I appreciate y'all as always for sticking with my rambles for the next hour or the last hour or whatever. As I call this, the fastest live stream in tech. Y'all get to just listen to me ramble and talk for an hour, and we get to fly through it. So I appreciate y'all very much. As always, with everything, enjoy your weekend. Scoop, are you telling me to pick one right now, or are you just saying pick one? Because I feel like if I know Scoop, he's just saying pick one, Negro, and shut up. But I also feel like Scoop is telling me to pick one right now. So I'm gonna slow down my outro just to see what he says, because I can't stand Scoop sometimes. That's my boy, though. That's my boy. King Pixel on deck, indeed. King Pixel on deck. But anyway, so like I said, folks, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up. Next Thursday, 9 o'clock as always. Preceding me is, as always, the Gadget Chats podcast. So make sure you go check out the Homegirls of Tech. Let me do something real quick. I'm not going to try to do nothing crazy, but let me just see something real quick. Okay, so here's the thing. So I'm going to drop the link. I'm putting the link to the Gadget Chats podcast in the chat right now. So if you enjoyed what you saw tonight and you're new here, like my man Armadillo, and you're new to my channel, go and check out that link that's in the chat. That is for the Gadget Chats podcast. Those are the Homegirls of Tech, and they're a lot more structured and better than me. They don't ramble like I do, and they don't just talk out the side of their neck like I do. But they're awesome women talking about tech, and they're awesome just women in general. And as of right now, because I would love to see them hit that milestone. They're only 4 away from 300. So if you like what you heard and you enjoy what they're doing, man, give them a like or give them a subscribe as well, because I want to see them I want to see them begin to get over that hump, because for what they're doing and the work that they're consistently putting in, y'all think I should have more subs? They should have more subs. So make sure you go check out that link as well. And if you're a mod, like Barry, anybody else that's a mod, drop links to drop links again if anybody misses that link or whatever. But that's pretty much it for me. I will see y'all next Thursday at 9 o'clock on Thursday nights with Tech King Mike. We're gonna let this smooth outro play, and I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Enjoy your Friday. You got one more day to the weekend. Make it through it safe. I took a COVID test today and it came back negative. Continue to protect yourself because COVID's still out there. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and ride it on out, man. So y'all enjoy yourselves, and we will catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Oh, because I don't want to cut it off like I did last time. The Ignorant Hours tomorrow night, 9 p.m. over on Holla at Turd Boy. Holla at Turd Boy. The Ignorant Hours. Holla Turd Boy. Make sure you go check it out tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Holla at Turd Boy. If you don't go check it out, you'll have to deal with me. So make sure you go check out Holla at Turd Boy, or you got to deal with me if you don't. All right, I'm out. Y'all be easy. I'll catch y'all next week. So you can shut up about this goddamn Zoom, Lon.